Hello everybody, MegaZardX here, back at it again to give you another very exciting video, and for today I'm going to be starting up back again from my Pokemon White session episode 2. Now I know it's been a really long while since I've done the very last one that I actually managed to do though, but you know what, it's about time. I don't know if this is going to be like a monthly series or what though, but as you can see, I'm just soloing this one. You know, the last one I actually managed to have Sanikyuu in my episode with me commentating over my footage though, but you know, honestly, it's just gonna be me this time though. And oh boy, you know what, that's one thing I really do like about Pokemon White. Like, you know, in past games you get to see the evil antagonist, you know, team a little bit sort of kind of near the beginning of the game, but it takes a little bit though. But I don't think we've seen any other antagonist team show up literally in the first main town, besides your other regular town that you actually, you know, were born and raised in as, you know, the child in the game or whatever though. And I don't know, this scene right here definitely just kind of set the tone right there though. And it's rare for you to be able to see the actual main antagonist, not just like a regular old grunt, but the actual main antagonist as well though. And then you can see off there in the top right corner, also Trainer N's in the crowd though too. So honestly, getting things off to a really good start though. And just to remind people, you know what, I'll be talking about some of the stuff that happens on the screen as well, but then I might also be talking about some stuff that's either, you know, happening in my life, or, you know, things happening in the community, or other little fun things that happen to be popping up though. But as y'all can probably tell, I don't know when this video is actually managing to drop out though, but I'm pretty sure it's dropping out sometime during the week that I'm actually on vacation currently at the moment right now though. So I kind of wanted to go ahead and upload this, you know, while I'm away, so y'all still able to have some type of content to be able to latch on to while I'm actually gone though. So no anime reviews this week though, but you know, at least I'm getting a little bit of my gaming stuff back up in here though. And just, oh goodness. Alright, so I'm about to have my first battle with N though. And N always was a very unique, kind of interesting character, because, you know, he wasn't, so to say, evil, so to say, but the fact of the matter that he had his own different ideals that was a little bit different from, you know, Team Plasma and what they had going on though. But let's see this first Pokemon that he manages to throw out over here though. Oh, and that's the other thing I forgot to mention. I have a brand new layout for my Pokemon White session, because if you see my first episode, it was just like a big old image stretch, and then I had my attack menu down in the bottom right corner though. But now I got a better looking layout though, so I think this is really gonna be nice and though. And obviously, you know, I named my Snivy right after Sanikyuu though, and as I capture, you know, more Pokemon throughout my playthrough or whatever though, I'll be naming it after some of my friends that I have with me on my Twitter and stuff like that though. And honestly, it was a really honestly easy battle right there though. Nothing to it though. Sanikyuu over here sweeping people with that Vine Whip. I see you whipping over there though. Just going back and reading some of that dialogue though, I'm like, man, that dude's something else though. Now, this is one thing I'm going to try to do a little bit better in this playthrough, because, you know, obviously I played through Pokemon White, you know, once before. I think I only played, this is my second playthrough, so I only played it, you know, once in its entirety before though. But I said, you know what, I'm going to do a little bit better and actually try to see, you know, different things within different buildings or whatever though. And if you look in the top right there, notice how this is like one of them rare cities where you're actually able to view out into the other route. Like most of the time you can't actually get like a glimpse or a peek of, you know, actual people, or, you know, the actual route going beyond the city that you're currently in right now though. So that's just something really nice that I find about with Pokemon White right there though. And also, you know, you can talk to certain people with the certain music instruments, and, you know, that can actually play through there a little bit more though as well though. So honestly, some really cool, interesting stuff with, you know, just the life and stuff that they're actually managing to do for everything though. Okay, so now we're going through Starton, or we're going through one of those little subway things right now though. Oh, now we got the X transceiver over here though too. Now this is something I really do like as well, because hey, you know, This is basically Discord before Discord was even a thing, being able to have those face-to-face interactions like that though. So that's something I really do like about the X transceiver though. And honestly, if you look at more Pokemon games in more recent memory, like for example Sword and Shield, we don't have nothing that's quite like that. You have something where it's like you're able to pop up your menu and be able to kind of navigate through certain things, whether it be through battling or seeing your map or seeing the weather conditions and stuff like that though. But I don't know, it's just something about the X transceiver though. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and run through here. Now I think I have quite a bit of battles that I actually gotta run through here though. And you know what, I hadn't gone through and edited out, like I might, you know, for the future, I might try to go through here and edit out the wild battles, but maybe try to keep in some of the trainer battles or whatever. Obviously, you know, keep the important ones like your trainer battles, sort of kind of minor, but I think, you know, it sort of kind of helps. Take those out. Or take out the wild battles, keep the trainer battles in probably, definitely keep in my rival battles and obviously the gym leader battles as well though. So I don't know, maybe going on in the future though, I might do stuff like that. Obviously, you know what, if I run into a team Pokemon that I'm gonna capture or whatever though, then obviously I will show that though. But yeah, honestly, just some thoughts I probably had running on through my mind though. But so far I'm just rocking this Snivy right now. I've been sort of kind of thinking about, like, you know, who else am I gonna have, like what other Pokemon I'm gonna try to capture on my team. And I know currently, because I've been recording these or whatever though, but I'm not going to give away really anything too far out in advance though. But I think I got maybe 2 or 3 different ones in my team. I don't think, maybe 4, but 2 or 3. And honestly, I was thinking about running some of the same Pokemon I had, but then at the same time I was like, you know what? I was like, let's just make this really different. So try to use Pokemon I didn't really use within my first playthrough or whatever though. So honestly, I think I mentioned this in my first one though, but the first Pokemon I ever started off with was Tepig. So I was like, you know what? Snivy is probably honestly the coolest starter out of all the Gen 5s. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to choose Snivy this time and named it after Sanikyuu or whatever though. But so far on level 9 right now, just kind of going through some of this intro stuff, and you know what, Sanikyuu got a long way to go, man. He got a long way to go. Now, I'm not sure exactly, you know, what level he will actually need to be in order to learn his next grass type moves. You know, Vine Whip is working or whatever though, but I can't remember. And I have to pull, I think I pulled up his stats maybe within like the first playthrough, and I don't think I'm going to pull him up within, you know, this episode or whatever though. But I needed to see if he was more of an attacker or a special attacker or whatever though. Oh, and that reminds me, if I could within this ROM, I would, but I think it's not within this version, or I don't know exactly how to actually pull it off though. But you know how in Gen 5 there was an easy mode and a hard mode, and then like there's your neutral regular mode or whatever though. I wish I could put this game into hard mode, because I think back in the day you had to have somebody with Pokemon White, I think, had access to giving you the easy mode. I think once you beat the game and you do that, gosh, it's some kind of ooh, I'm trying to recall this myself. It's like the White Force and all of that stuff. Like, it's a certain mode. I can't remember exactly what it's called though, but you have to do some certain requirements, and I think you might have to actually beat the game or whatever though in order to access it. And then you have to use your menu options whenever you first load up the game and say, hey, I'd like to send this a little bit of information to, you know, Pokemon Black or White or vice versa or whatever though. And I know White had the easy mode, and I think Black had the hard mode. And honestly, some really cool things. I honestly wish they put that mess back into the real game though, but obviously don't implement it in that kind of a way. Like, just let that option be there from the very get-go, because I just feel like Pokemon games are getting just a little too easy compared to what they were from like Gen 5 and earlier. Ooh, Gen 1 was actually really rough though. But honestly, just some little tweaks I think that I can do though. And I honestly thought that I might have gotten Lillipup at least a little early on in the game, and then I was like, Stoutland ain't that good, and I'm like, I don't want to rock a normal type like Stoutland. There's probably some cooler normal types out there other than that though. So I was like, I'm probably just gonna just stay away from it for the time being though. Gosh darn, I can't. I had no idea I had this many wild battles. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But just some normal things that kind of been going on though. Shoot, I just started up a new job though, and goodness, I honestly hate the fact of the matter that I gotta wear my mask 24/7 all the time. Because if you ever had the mask, because at least here in my state where I'm at, the government actually mandated that everybody wear a mask. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was thinking, what? It's not going to be that bad though. But on the first day I worked, I was like, I had one of these white ones where it's like, it was sucking in and out like a plunger. I was like, bro, you got to be kidding me. And it was just sort of kind of hard to just have that mask on 24/7 like that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get them light, like, if y'all looking for a good mask, get them blue ones, the light blue ones with the white on the other side, the ones that are supposed to be the disposable ones, not the cloth ones. If you gotta wear that sucker for like an 8-hour shift, that's my recommendation, because you get them cloth ones work all right for short term though. But if you have to honestly wear it for a really, really, really long time, that's when it gets pretty bad. Dang, and I just noticed that my MP for my Vine Whips, oh man, they're kind of getting low. So, I would hate to kind of get stuck in the battle with Sanikyuu not having a grass type move to be able to use. All right, so I basically almost made it through this route, and I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just sort of kind of just running around and stuff. Oh yeah, and I was gonna try to do my best to actually pick up some of these other side items if I happen to notice them. And as I said before, you were able to see this from the other city, from the previous town. So you know what? A little good game design kind of makes you want to go ahead and explore. I had a lot more stuff to kind of do running around though. Okay, and here comes Bianca right now. So I don't know if I was actually. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm about to battle her right now, though. Now, I like how Bianca was the easier trainer to beat, and then you had your other rival, the other dude that was basically your harder rival, whatever. Though, because she took the starter that you're most effective against with your own starter, though. And I'm gonna let y'all know right now that I'm gonna be running Sanikyuu for quite a bit of time before I actually get my second Pokemon that I'm actually going to be able to use. We'll hit him with that tackle. There we go, boy. There we go. Alright, here comes Oshawott, and I'm like, alright. It ain't gonna be that hard though. Okay, now come on now. That's one thing I honestly hate. I'm like, literally, like, you get that close to one shot in the Pokemon and it's like they have that much health left. Or definitely when they only have. And then this girl had the audacity to use a healing potion. Like, what the heck? I'm like, bruh. And that's the thing I think I like about the AI a little bit more within Pokemon White. Or the Gen 5 games in general, they were much smarter. Like, these people be using potions on you when you least expect it. It's definitely not like your more modern games like Gen 7 and Gen 8, where it's like mainly only in gym battles these people be using potions and whatnot though. But your rivals be strategically using that mess. I don't know, it sort of kind of gets on your nerves a little bit though, but whatever though. Now I finally hit Striaton City. Now this is the city with the first gym leader up in it though. And for me, I think the gym leader, okay, and you know what, this is the one thing that was different with this first gym. They chose the gym that was more effective against your starters. So since I'm using Sanikyuu, which is Snivy the grass type, I'm actually fighting the fire type gym leader though. So obviously, there's a Pokemon that they actually give you in this area over here in the Dream Yard though. And I'm gonna go in there now, but I don't think I actually made it all the way through, because I think I was partially confused about where this Pokemon actually was. But I went through here, and I think I did some level grinding on these Pokemon, because I gotta get Sanikyuu up on some level. I gotta beef him up though. But yeah. Now, oh yeah, and that reminds me with the whole Dream Yard thing, because I think I remember this way back in the day though with Gen 5 when these games actually came out. There was this whole thing that where you could actually get on the internet and be able to go to a certain website, and it actually let you import certain items into the games. I think it was, I can't remember what it was called. It was Dream something, but you were able to pop it up on your menu though. But on this website, and I can't even remember what the website name was though. Remember in Gen 5, there was no berry trees like there was in, like your Gen 3. I think Gen 4 had them to a degree. I can't remember fully though. I think they did. But Gen 5 was weird. Like it didn't have any berry trees though. But you had to log into a website back in the day, and then, grow your berries on there, do some interactions with a Pokemon that was on there or whatever though, and then you were able to transfer all those berries into the game though. So it was unique. It was sort of kind of cool for the moment though, but in the long term of it, it's actually kind of annoying. So yeah, if you get berries in this game, you usually have to get them from people, or I can't remember if there's an item finder or whatever though, but you can't naturally grow the berries like what you were able to do in previous generations. So that was just one thing I actually sort of kind of remember just kind of being here within the Dream, park, and then it kind of reminded me of the whole Dream thing that they had kind of going with Black and White. Alright, and that's that girl down now. And that's the one thing is I had to come back here in order to explore a little deeper in here, because I think, you have areas where you can use cut, areas you use strength, and I think that's some things that I feel like Pokemon games are missing nowadays though, is because for the most part when you go through a route now, it's just a one shot straight through. But obviously in games like this and the past ones, they had little things like where you have to cut, you have to use strength, and when you first go through a route, it's very linear and you can only go from point A to point B. But then when you go back, once you have, gotten a little bit further in the game, maybe you got more HMs and stuff, you were able to actually expand outward and actually go from like A to like 1A, 1B, 2B, CD, go all the way out before you actually manage to hit, the final point B on the way in the final stretch. But that's just one thing I actually do like about these older games though. And I know a lot of people, feel pretty mixed with the 3D games after they came after the 2D ones and everything they did. And for me, I don't know, the 2D games always hold a special little part of my heart where I just honestly really enjoyed everything about it though. Dang, Sanikyuu, you almost bit the dust, man. You need to lift more. Like, you're supposed to carry me. You're the one-man show, man. Now, okay, and that reminded me too, and I think I might have mentioned it within my first episode though, but I remember playing these games as a kid. You always had the moves like Leer or Growl or whatever that actually changed the stats of either yourself or your opponents. I always remember I hating going through there and actually telling myself, you know what, I'm only going to have attack only stuff and nothing with actual stats. But then you learn as you get older, like, oh, you know what, it actually does lower your attack, defense, special attack, special defense, all that good stuff though. So it's like, oh, okay. So I was thinking about, you know what, it actually would be probably smart in order to teach myself grow, in order to actually power up some of my moves. So that way, you know what, I'll be able to try my best to be able to take down that gym leader, because I know that first gym leader is going to be a little bit rough. And I figured out I ran and hit the end of the road, and I was just trying to figure out, I was like, wait a minute, I was like, what was that thing I was supposed to do? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and head back over here for now though. And if I'm not wrong, I think I did a little bit of it. Oh, well, first I have to go back up in here and heal. It's always weird just sticking that one Pokeball up on that thing and say, you know what, there you go. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, okay, you know what, I actually go into the trainer school. And then when I go all the way to the back, I'm like, oh shoot, there's Charon. I'm like, uh-oh. here we go. I'm gonna have another battle here now. Now, hopefully I can beat him on the first try though, because I only got one Pokemon. He probably got two. He has a type advantage on me, so we'll see how this one goes. All right, and I think the first. Okay. Oh, he starts the battle off with Tip-Pig, and I'm like, gosh darn. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, tackle all the way at this point though. But then I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and use growth first though. I'm gonna need to boost that attack because I'm running on limited time. Oh, and I'm like, what the freak? This person burned me. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then back in the day, I didn't know burn. I only knew burn to be actually, something that just did, gradual damage over time. And I didn't know that, in the competitive sense, being burned actually cuts your, it cuts your damage in half. It's kind of like paralyzed, paralyzed cuts your speed in half, burn cuts your attack down in half. And I was like, dang, I was like, okay. I'm like, okay, you pulling all this pre-Evo stuff out on me. I was like, and we only in like the second major town. I'm like, bruh. And I was trying to figure out, I was like, did I have anything to heal my status of a burn? I didn't have no burn heals on me. And I was like, well, I know what I gotta do now. I'm just gonna keep using growth because there ain't no way. There ain't no way. So I was basically going for broke. And I was like, I got 8 damage left. 4. The music starts up. And I'm like, holy shoot. And I was like, I don't think I had any more potions, did I? I was like, I got 5 more. I was like, I might as well. Because I was like, there ain't no way I was going to be able to survive that hit. And I was like, dang, this Tip-Pig is on level 8. And Sanikyuu, you're on level 13. And then the dude did the same thing. And then he kills me. And I'm like, dang it, Sanikyuu, you little piece of crap. You ain't good. I gotta get you out of my team. And I'm like, oh. And I think that's like, it's one of my few times I go to a Pokemon Center and I actually lose. Like, I'm not used to seeing this a lot. I'm like, dang. Because normally at this point, I should have had my second Pokemon though, but I was like, oh. I was like, that was bad. That was bad. And I was trying to see if I could purchase any burn heals though, but I couldn't. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to get some potions instead. Yeah, there's a bunch of mail, which I don't understand why in the world is mail like a useful thing. Like, I think you could have sent it to your friends or something like that though, but I'm like, who really honestly did that? So now I got to go back up in here and go kick this boy's butt. But before that, I don't know what I just did right there. That didn't make any sense though. And I accidentally managed to flip my thing for a quick second though. Alright, so now here comes the rematch, and this time I'm gonna have to lay the floor with him. Cause honestly, Charon just got lucky with burning me the very first time. I was like, bro, I was like, come on, give me a break. So this time I should be able to beat him, assuming that he doesn't burn me like he did the first time. So far so good. I'm just gonna keep racking up these growths and stuff, and then he over here trying to do some stat move stuff too and dropping my defense. So this is just a matter of fact of me being able to time this sucker off just right and hoping and praying that he doesn't burn me not one more time. I was like, there we go. I was like, I finally one-shot this man. I was like, oh, the rest of the battle should be smooth sailing now. I'll be able to use my Vine Whips now. And there you go. See how easy that was? When I don't get burned this early in the game, you ain't got no way to fix the burn. Like no full heals, no burn heals. I'm like, bruh, no berries to be able to fix it either. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Alrighty. And then I'm like, alright, well, I'm about to bounce, so peace. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I was like, that's gonna be it right there. And I think I started to save, if I'm correct though, but I saved in the game though, so that was pretty much it in terms of my first or second playthrough of Pokemon White Session 2 though. So yeah, managed to get through the first town, got to meet Gethuses as well as, you know, Trainer N, managed to get through them, battle Bianca, and then ended with battling Sharon though. So next, within my episode 3, I should be able to actually, you know, attain my second Pokemon and start to be able to challenge the first gym leader though. So you have that to look forward to in the next episode whenever I manage to find the time to drop it. It might be next month for all I know, with the very little consistency that I'm basically doing these episodes on though, but we'll see. And hopefully the next one I do, whoever I'm about to capture and name it after next, hopefully I'll be able to have some of my other friends in here being able to commentate with me as well though. So yeah, if you really like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell to stay up to date on anything gaming related I happen to be talking about as well on my channel though. So remember y'all, until whatever video I make next, see y'all.